Good morning, guys. It's day 126 here on the Appalachian Trail. Y-O-L-O. I am getting up. I climbed the rest of the whites, and I stealth camped here last night in this little burrow area. You can see it's just, the trail is right over here, but I'm on I come off the mountain. There's a little notch, and then it goes up just a little bit, and then it drops straight down. So that's where I'm at. I'm in that little saddle in the notch, but I'm all packed up this morning. Or I'm not all packed up. I need to tear down my tent and go ahead and pack up everything else, but for the most part, I'm set and ready to go. So my goal is to hike to the bottom of the mountain, which is about 4.5 miles, hitch a ride back into Gorham to go to Walmart, and hopefully they'll have a set of trekking poles. In the meantime, I'll try to get internet to see if I can call them and check to see if their inventory shows they have any. But anyway, that's my game plan. Get the poles, get a ride back to the trail, and then hit the trail again. So I'll talk to you guys in a little while once I get everything packed up. So, all right, we also should be hitting the 1,900 mile marker too. That's in about 10 miles. So that's another exciting thing. So, all right, I'll see you in a few. Bye. All right, guys, this is the tent site that I was at. You can see it's rather wooded, but there is enough for one tent right there. So this is mile marker 1,890.9. I am heading back up this little notch. I gotta get my legs going this morning. It's probably the toughest thing for me to do is get started, especially on an uphill. It takes me about 15 minutes to get limbered up. And then after that, I'm pretty good. I haven't taken a vitamin in a couple days, so I went ahead and took a vitamin this morning. That's not ibuprofen or anything, it's just a multivitamin. But, all right, let's get started on this day as I cripple up these inclines for the next few minutes. All right, I gotta go because I sound pretty bad. Hey guys, we started out, I had that little climb, and then we've been on these boardwalks for quite a while. And don't get me wrong, it's not been a continual thing, but I bet you I've been on it for probably 200 yards. So, and they're still going. This is nice. They protect the vegetation this way because we're not walking on it, making the trail wider or whatever. But because it's so easy, it doesn't really help my knee out. I need a little bit of climbing here and there to get my knee limbered up. I do say daylight out, so that means we're probably coming to the edge of the mountain, which means all downhill, which I'll get my knee stretched and lubricated there because that's the killer. Yeah, looks like, I was gonna say, it looks like the end of the boardwalk, but there's at least one more. All right, I guess this is the descent. So we'll start going down with my killer knee this morning. Hopefully I'll get limbered up pretty quick. Hey guys, check this out. Nice little creek. Coming down, flowing. Got a water hole down here. There's another one over here. There's Hummingbird.
Making some early lunch.
Early lunch, all right. I think they cold soak, so I'm making that. All right, let's get going. All right, we're coming up on the shelter. This is a shelter you gotta pay to camp out, I guess. It's got a caretaker. I really don't like the fact that you can't just stay in the shelters or around the shelters for camping. It's a nice place to have a break though. Find the AT. This is a little shelter. It smells smoky. I'm on Highway 2 here trying to catch a ride. Not been successful. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes. So it's mostly because there's not much traffic going into town. It's mostly leaving town. But you just gotta wait sometimes a little bit and wait until the right moment and opportunity. And that's when you get your ride. So you just gotta be patient sometimes. I have a hard time doing that sometimes. All right, let's wait on some more traffic so we can put our thumb out. Hey guys, I was able to get a hitch just like 2 minutes after making that other one. So I wanna put the camera over and have the guy introduce himself and let him explain where he's from and what he does. So here you go.
Well, my name is Glenn Alden, and I run an Airbnb here in Gorham, New Hampshire. So I'm very familiar with the hikers and their needs. So when I saw YOLO on the side of the road, I knew it was time to stop and pick him up. So here we are at Walmart to get new trekking poles.
All right, well, I very much appreciate it. You said you got a YouTube channel. You want to plug it? Or?
I don't even know what the.
You don't know his. So, anyway, he videos as well. Obviously, he doesn't know his channel, so. That's like asking me my Instagram thing. I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
I have one. So, but anyway, we're gonna get in here. Persistence and Long Runner are here as well, so we'll meet up with them. Hopefully, we'll get some lunch. I'll get some new trekking poles. I know they have them because Persistent sent me a picture of them, and then also before that, I asked the associates, so they got them. So I'm actually going to leave my ski poles with this gentleman because he can recycle them, and since he has the Airbnb, he can give them away. He can give them as walking sticks, but he says they're good for snowshoeing. So he can cut the bottoms of them off and just put on some new baskets, and we'll be good to go. So
we'll do something.
They'll get recycled again. So I'm thankful that I'm not leaving them on the trail for someone to pick up, but they'll get another life out of them. So thank you very much for the person that gave those to me, who made them originally. So they're getting resourced once again. So thank you. All right, guys, we're heading back. Our lovely driver is going to take us to a Japanese or Chinese restaurant buffet. Long Runner and Persistence are in the back. We were communicating via the text and everything, so we're back together for a few hours. We're gonna eat, and then I'll get back on the trail, and they'll go and spend their night in their lovely hotel room, and I'll be sleeping in the rain in the tent, I guess. So says our driver. So, but anyway, I got some fuel for the road, and we'll be heading out shortly. So get back with you later. All right, guys, I got my trekking poles. I got my resupply. I just left the Top Notch Motel, and I'm trying to hitch a ride back to the trailhead now. So maybe we can get something, but not really certain. So here it is. We got a ride in this nice vehicle here. That guy was able to get me a lift a little bit, so I'm up near this intersection, so I just need to get a small lift or hike to the base of the mountain. But let me show you what's going on here. Flea market or something, so I'll just check it out before I head on. But Thursday the 14th, for some reason they have a festival going on, so let's check it out. All right, that guy is an HVAC contractor, just gave me a ride. So I am back on trail. All right, guys, I'm all hot. I'm all soaked. The humidity is kicked up a little bit, but I just summited another mountain, and now I'm getting ready to go back down. You can see from the previous slide, it was pretty steep coming up, but I'm fairly soaked. So I see a wet t-shirt contest. There you go, girls. All right, anyway, I'm gonna head down. I had to work off that Chinese buffet meal and the ice cream that I had there. So here I go, I'm heading down. Looks like some clouds are coming in over here and above me. I did get sprinkled on a little bit, not anything to get me wet, but just I felt some drops. But this looks like it might be a little more serious. But anyway, I'm curious to know if I'm on the whites still. You know, I'm trying to find the trail. I thought I saw a white blaze. Let me go back up here. So anyway, I'm curious to see if I'm still in the whites, to see if they still have the huts and the paid camping. All right, so I see a white blaze right there. So I'm heading down this way. So anyway, I don't know if we're still in the huts. I think we're out of that area when we came through Gorham, but it would be nice to be able to get back to the normal. If there's a shelter, then we can camp there without having to pay or stay at the shelter. So, because that was a little nerve-wracking or whatever, but it's almost like a money grab. So the idea is you can stay in the huts, but that's more like a motel accommodations. But they also have campgrounds, which are $10 to $15 or something like that for staying. And the problem is you can't stay within a half a mile of that, so a quarter mile on each side of that, or else you can get fined pretty hefty fee, I guess, because they say that they don't want to damage the ecosystem or something, so they want you to stay at these campgrounds, which have leveled out areas or wooden platforms. The only problem is, once you get outside a quarter mile of the trail, you can go ahead and stealth camp like we typically do. So it doesn't really matter. So it's almost like, here's the campground. You can't compete, or you can't stay for free on the trail within a quarter mile of each side. So there's a half a mile that you can't stealth camp. But they also have these things placed so that you have to go more than about a half a mile on each side in order to find some place that's level or that has a clear area. So it's almost like if there was a clear area, they put a bunch of downed trees or limbs or something in that area so you cannot camp there. But I think they're just trying to enforce us to stay there so that they can generate revenue, is my thinking. Because they have to have revenue, because they have paid people to look after that campsite that has 5 or 6 camp spots. So that's not very good. But anyway, let's head on down the trail and see how far we can get. I did get my batteries charged up at Gorham at the motel while I was messing around with Long Runner Persistence. We did go out for Chinese, and I went back to their motel room, divvied up some food. So they have their food mailed to them. So this is the last mail drop I think that they're getting. So anything that they had left over, I was welcome to. So I grabbed 2 suppers, which is food that they had prepared. It's all dried or vacuumed or something. But it was pretty good. I forget what it's called. It's chicken something or other. But it was really delicious. Has some corn and some vegetables and stuff in it that's dehydrated. Freeze-dried, that's what it is. So she bought a bunch of freeze-dried individual stuff and then made her own meals and then ship them out. But now she has way too many meals, and she had to either get rid of them or throw them away. So I went through and got what I wanted, and then they gave it to another hiker that's staying at a place called the Barn, which is a hostel, and to take it there. And then from there, it will get put in a hiker box. And then hikers can go through it and grab it. And it'll be free food for them. So it benefits everybody and just didn't go to waste. So anyway, let's get going. Talking too much. Guys, look at this view. I think that's Mount Washington all the way over there. No, I'm sorry. It's behind me. It is up here. It's in the cloud covers. Anyway, enjoy the view for a moment. This is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey guys, check this pond out. I'm gonna try to find a campsite somewhere around here, but this is pretty cool. Now on the camera it is much brighter, but in person it's a little darker. So just to give you oh, there's a frog. Anyway, we got to cross all this right here. It's like a bog. So let's get doing it, and then we'll head through these woods. Hey guys, that's it for tonight. I have set up at a primitive campsite, a remote campsite. I got my tent up and I've cooked supper and I'm about to eat it now. So I have made it 13.4 miles today. I'm at mile marker 1,904. That's a short day, but I took 4 hours off, I think it was, to go into Gorham, New Hampshire, to get trekking poles, have lunch with Long Runner and Persistence, and to charge batteries. So after all that, I still made some pretty good time. It is getting a little late, but that's all right. I can sleep in the morning. So, but anyway, I'm YOLO. Thank you for watching my channel and supporting me through prayers and financials. It's been a blessing. I've been meeting so many wonderful and cool people out here. It's just unreal. So thank you very much. But anyway, I'm YOLO. You only live once, so do it right the first time, and there's no need to do it again. I'll talk to you guys later, and good luck on whatever you're doing, because I'm out here. I'm about done. I get to see my wife in a couple 100 miles. All right, talk to you guys later. Goodbye.